It looks like a couple of hours from now. Okay, then have to be a couple of hours from now. So you're gonna have to call me a couple of hours from now. Hello? Probably around 9 or 10. Alright, thank you. Okay, shalom, brother. Take it.
Right. Hey, Hab, I just saw your message.
Okay, so,
no worries,
okay,
no worries.
And it's spiritual, right? Because I was on the same bus as those people. Right here.
Oh, really?
I was on the same bus.
So we were talking about, so it said, there's, let me read back in Ezekiel 25 and 12. Thus saith the Lord God, this is what the Most High is saying, not what we're saying. A lot of people get offended and say, oh, you are racist. The Most High racist.
That's right.
Because we're saying what, we're trying to tell you what he's saying. Because that Edom, which is the so-called white man, have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance. And remember, vengeance belongs to the Most High.
I will repay.
So really, Esau took matters into his own hands, man.
Just like Cain.
The Lord said, I will repay. So it says, and have greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. And how did Edom do that? In 2 Kings 8 verse 16, and in the 5th year of Joram, the son of Ahab, king of Israel, which is the northern kingdom, Jehoshaphat, being then king of Judah, the southern kingdom, Jehoram, the son of Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, began to reign. 32 years old was he when he began to reign. And he reigned 8 years in Jerusalem. And he walked in the way of the kings of Israel, as did the house of Ahab, for the daughter of Ahab was his wife. And he did evil in the sight of the Lord. Yet the Lord, Yahweh, will not destroy Judah for David his servant's sake, as he promised him to give him always a light unto his children. In his days, Edom revolted from under the hand of Judah and made a king over themselves. So we're talking about when Edom, the Edomites revolted from under the hand of Judah, man. Alright? So Edom always had it in their mind to take vengeance against our people for how we are oppressed them during the days of King David. Because it was King David that first put down the Edomites, put up garrisons in their land. Right?
This is the one with that fucking Edomite child escape, isn't it?
This 2 Samuel chapter 8 verse 13. And David got him a name when he returned from smiting of the Syrians in the valley of Salt, being 18,000. And he put garrisons in Edom. Throughout all Edom put he garrisons, and all they of Edom became David's servants. And Yahweh preserved David whithersoever he went. That's an account of where King David put down them Edomites, man. Put garrisons in their territory and made them in servitude, man.
Put them in their fucking place.
Wherever David went, man, the Lord made David victorious wherever he traveled, man. Can you imagine? Listen, man.
It's like having the ultimate cheat code, isn't it? Like, you know, you're playing the game, you put invincibility on. You can't get destroyed. King David just running up in there tearing shit up, man.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Force field.
So that means all the men that were with him, they were practically invincible, man.
What is it? It's 37 mighty men?
Yeah. So that's like all the days up until that point of when Jehoram, he was the son of Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, began to reign. So under the reign of Jehoram, that's when the Edomites revolted.
Rose up.
Okay.
Because of our wickedness, because of our idolatries. That's when the Edomites revolted, man.
And they got a foothold.
Yeah, that's when the Most High put the spirit upon the Edomites to take vengeance, man. Right?
And that's justice.
See? And they always sought vengeance, even until this very day.
Salaki Elder, that's why was it Ecclesiastes, Surah 12 and 10 says never trust thine enemy. Because iron rusteth, so is this wickedness. Like, you know, you got the rust, you wipe it away, comes back. Just like so King David put them down, they came back. You know, they came back in the time of, what is it, Alexander and the Greeks?
Right.
They fell, they came back. Came back as the Romans. Fell, they came back.
The Renaissance period.
Fell, they come back. So that's why they got to be put out completely,
See,
man.
that's why there's always a revolt. There's always that struggle between Esau and Jacob in that womb.
Yep.
There's always that struggle between good and evil, righteousness and wickedness. There's always that struggle between Cain and Abel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The wicked gnashing upon the righteous with their teeth.
Yes.
Yep.
There's always that struggle, right? The serpent and the woman.
Yeah. Enmity between the seed, yeah.
We can't serve together in one world. We can't, man.
And that's how the Most High designed it.
That's what it says. Let me read it again. Ezekiel 25 and 12. Thus saith the Lord God, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and have greatly offended, and have revenged himself upon them. Thus saith the Lord God, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom. I will cut off man and beast from it. Which is what? You put this book. Cut off man and beast.
Hey, so I want to say something about Elder Pastor Hart said years ago. He said they cut the heel. You know when they cut the heel, when you cut somebody's heel, they can get back up again, right? But soon to come, they're going to cut the head, and there's no coming back with that. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You know? Cutting the heel, that's why they keep, that's what you said to Caleb, they keep on coming back, coming back, right? Because they're cutting the heels.
There's no point in that.
Keep it, that's it.
Hey, the scriptures talk about that, innit? That the beast who had the deadly wound in its head rose up again, Revelation 12. Speaking of the Roman Empire, fell.
We keep wounding it, but we don't actually kill it.
Yeah.
Ah, that's it. No wonder.
It's like the mythical creature.
Because what was the Lord woundeth and he healeth. So when we wound this man, the Most High was why I found a way to heal him, to bring him back again.
Resurrect his wicked
But the
ass.
Most High, he's gonna make us kill him, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Once and for all. And subjugate him for good. Then wipe him out completely in the end. So it said, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Timan, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword.
Wow.
I'll make it. How the Lord make it desolate? Desolation. Nuclear destruction.
I've created the waster to destroy.
So that's fast forward into the timeline that we're in right now. That's prophecy. This is prophecy, man. This is fast forward. Because the so-called white man has taken ultimate vengeance
Yes.
by enslaving our people, butt breaking. Hey man, there's so much information that we haven't even dug out half of what this man has truly done to us, man.
Exactly.
Elder, even to go as far as talking about motherfucker, even that is killing you.
Imagine having sex with your own mother.
Yeah, you put your bag on. I thought about it last night and I said, that is fucking wicked.
I don't even like to think about that.
No,
I can't
man,
deal with that.
come on, man.
Imagine
Yeah.
your own mom and you wind up a bag being put over your head.
Yes,
And you're having sex with your own mother.
You don't even know. Fuck it, that is fucked up, man. Right? That is fucked up. Salakio. That is
Imagine
wickedness.
witnessing a brother being
Yes.
raped right in front of you.
Shit, man.
Just to send a message to you, not to rebel. There's
did
things
they
that
also
our
do?
forefathers witnessed that we can't even fathom in this modern day and time. You know, we're being baby coddled, man.
Yeah, Molly Coddle, yeah.
We're being baby coddled, man.
If I may say, there's also the one with the jeans. Levi jeans is the image of the two horses pulling the jeans. What they used to do is tie two slaves to two horses and whip each one and have them pull them apart. That's how they got the symbol from. Whip.
So all that, man, the Lord is remembering all that. He's remembering all that, and the sins of modern day Egypt, Babylon, is reaching onto the heavens. And that's why the Lord is going to have to now what? Reward this place for what he has done. Right? It's nothing.
May I say something, Brother Bishop?
This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. Reward her, even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double, according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. See that?
We can't even imagine what that's going to look like.
No, you can't imagine it.
All the evil that she's done unto you will be given unto her twofold, man.
Wow.
Twofold. That's why I said the earth's gonna roll to and fro like a drunkard, man. By the time when the Most High unleash his wrath upon this earth in the form of nuclear fire, the very earth itself is gonna shake, man. So you're gonna see earthquakes all over the whole peninsula of the earth, man.
That's terrifying.
Not just in one country, this one little continent or country. Talking
Whole
about
earth.
internationally, worldwide, there's gonna be a whole earthquake. I mean, volcanoes gonna be erupting, tsunamis, storms. We're literally gonna have to be taken out apart into our space to be delivered, man.
That's the only way out. Ain't no way out otherwise.
That's the only way we're gonna make it out. See, that's the level of evil that the Esau has amounted, where he's gonna receive that type of judgment. What's up, say?
You said what I was going to say in the scriptures. That's the truth I was going to say. So you said it better than I would. But the one thing I was going to say is, the Most High is a power that hideth himself, and he's held still his tongue for the longest.
Longest patient.
And it's like, you know when you're pissed off at something, right? As a man, and you're thinking, I ain't gonna say nothing today, like maybe tomorrow, and eventually it gets to the point where, you know, man, I've got to say something. As a man, when you vent, that's, you know, you might lose your temper a bit, right? But imagine how long the Most High has held his tongue and said nothing, hidden himself, just to show the power that he's gonna, the wrath. We can't even, like, if you think Egypt was bad, That was just to control you, man. If you think the flood was bad, that was just a little starter, you know, little appetizer. This is going to be next level shit, man. And I want this to go down. That's what my heart's desire is, man. I want to see this place fucking get destroyed, man. And they're gonna know who did it. It's not gonna be like, oh, was that Allah? Was that Buddha? No, everybody's gonna know. They say, how about Hashem, how it's Shai?
Right.
Ain't gonna be no questioning in that day. And what I was gonna say is, man, it's time to pick a side. All this talk about, oh, I don't know, I'm confused. Look, man, time's running out. You're gonna have to pick a side. As you said earlier, no man can serve two masters. Either you're for this world or you're against it. There's no middle ground, man. If you're with this world, you're gonna die with it. If you're an Israelite and you hear this word, look, man, you better get with the program, otherwise that's your ass, man.
Right. You better stand in line. You better listen, take heed. Right? Brother, you got something to say?
Yeah, because people, right, brothers, people don't understand what is to come, right? If I bring up the
Therefore, knowing the
scripture-
terror of the Lord, do we persuade men?
Right. Let me bring up this information. Isaiah 15:9 and 19. So that they shall fear the name of the Lord our power, from the west and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a staff against him. And you're going to need that in that